Shalom, shalom. Kol holo Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahusha Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. The one said apostles, the one said elders, at Great Millstone, where well tells us truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, just preaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, hopeful elect, and Speckle Bird, I want to say shalom. So I just want to do this quick lesson through the spirit. It's like here. Pretty much waited a couple months before I pretty much did the lesson on a brother that once a brother I should say that was once in this truth, man. You know, I waited a couple months and just through the spirit I spoke on it briefly at camp, but like I said at camp, just looking through it through the spiritual lens, this brother was once very, very diligent, was out there on the highways and byways doing the work. Hey, ain't afraid to say, hey, that was my homie, man. That was my dog, man. All right. That was my homie. That was my dog, often talk a lot. But, through the spirit, what I've seen, he had asked the Lord for a blessing, man. That's pretty much what I seen through the spirit. He wanted a real woman in his life, right? And so the Lord eventually blessed him with a woman, and I would say like a couple months later, the boy's out of here, man. He out the truth. Here it is. The Lord blesses you on this side with the desires of your heart, and you turn your back on the Lord and you out this truth, man. That's a scary thing. All right. That is a scary thing. So I'm doing this lesson to let y'all know, to rule your spirit. And a lot of times, as we said at camp as well, the Lord doesn't bless you with some of these things that you want. It's because sometimes he got to get people out of your way, people out of your life. And sometimes that blessing that you're asking for is going to be the reason why you out this truth. Okay, so that's why you got to wait patiently upon the Lord, wait patiently upon the kingdom, and realize, these things, you don't have these things for a reason, because they're used as a driving force to go harder and harder for the Lord, man, to hasten in his coming. And sometimes with brothers, the Lord may bless you with something that you really wanted, and you pretty much with your actions spit in the Lord's face, man. Like I say, man, that was my dog, that was my homie, knew him for years. He's out there diligent, doing the work, and he does this, man. The scriptures speak of the Lord giving us the desires of our hearts. We're going to be blessed, but we got to wait patiently. This is not our rest, man. Matter of fact, I got it down here. And I believe I put it in here. Yeah, Micah 2:10 right here. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. So even if you're rich and famous in this world, man, it's ain't your rest, man, because the food is still polluted. The air is still polluted. You got wicked rulers. All right, a lot of times, Jake's in these higher leash positions. All right, they got to do some nasty things behind the scenes, man. So the Lord is telling us that this is not a rest. This is a prison sentence. We got to serve out a prison sentence. You look at prisoners out there. A lot of times they are not given freedom. They're not given everything that they want, man. And you got to look at this truth like that, man. The Lord is not going to bless us with everything on this side right now, because you got to be diligent unto him. All right. Once again, like I said earlier, it's a driving force for you to hasten in the kingdom. And if you are given those things, hey, the water, y'all, Bashim Yoshai. You are given the desires of your heart. Man, the water, y'all, Bashim Yoshai. The water that you in is true. But don't turn your back on them. That's very disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. But at the end of the day, a man's goings is of the Lord. And this brother falling out, once diligent brother, once brother that was on fire, is used as an example to us, Akim, that the sifting process never stops, and we got to continue in this work, and stay diligent in this thing and be thankful for the blessings that we do have. I'm gonna get this right here. Proverbs 24 and verse 16, for a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Now, bringing out this lesson as well, from the conversations that I had with the brother, you go into the scriptures, you go into the law, you're not supposed to lay down with your woman on the Sabbath, right? That is something that you're not supposed to do. And this particular brother, once again, like I said, the Lord bless him with a woman, and he cannot rule his spirit. This may be the title of the lesson, Rule Your Spirit. All right, I was like, hey, brother, you got to rule your spirit, man. You can't be playing around with the Lord. Rule your spirit. I was talking to the brothers about this, one of the brothers said, it's like, if it's like that, if it's on the Sabbath and it's like that, man, I'm sleeping on the couch, man. So you got to do what you got to do so you can make your call and election sure. This is not something to play around with. What's 24 hours, man? You can't wait a day, evening to evening. All right. You couldn't wait evening to evening. You couldn't wait the next day to get it on. You got to look at it like that. All right. So be patient, rule your spirit, rule your soul, understand that this walk is a blessing at the end of the day, man. Yeah, you tempted, but matter of fact, I got it right here, man. I got it right here. It's on the next verse. James 1 and verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah have promised to them that love him. So the Lord will put you in these positions to tempt you. Right now, all right, if you have a woman, it's a Sabbath, all right, you got to do what you got to do to not lay down with that woman, all right? Plain and simple, the MOTB, all right? You got to have it in your mind that you are not going to take it, and you're going to pray to the Lord that you're not going to take that, man, no matter what obstacle that, really it's through the Lord controlling Esau, Edom, puts through your way, that you're going to endure it and not take that MOTB and realize that, hey, my servant shall eat. That's what the Lord say. That's what the Lord said. And the Lord is not a man that he should lie. So you got to believe upon that, man. So there's a crown of life promised to you, man. What's evening to evening to you, man? You got to look at it like that, man. All right, I can't wait another day. I can't wait the next day to get it on, Let's continue reading. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of power, for power cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man, but every man is tempted. All right. Hey, Yahweh Shem Shah is the highest, man. He do what he pleases, man. All right. But we're in these fleshly bodies, we're tempted. These fleshly bodies are tempted to go off. And that's why you got to rule your spirit. Rebuke that spirit. Hey, that's why we have the name IUIC and some of these other camps. All right. That name is very, very powerful. All right. If you are a very diligent and serious brother, that name is a very powerful name to call upon. All right. Cast out demons, man. All right. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his lust and enticed. Then when the lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin. You see, it bringeth forth sin when you enact on that lust, man. And you got to recognize it through the spirit, man. Sometimes, man, you just gotta talk to yourself, man. You gotta talk through yourself through the spirit, man. Like, hey, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. And you gotta also don't put yourself in that situation, man. All right? Do not put yourself in that situation. Like the brother said in the text message, man. You know, if I'm feeling like that, you know, I'm sleeping on the couch, man. All right? Rule your spirit. Rule your spirit, brothers. Let's see. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren. All right? So when you enact on that lust, you know, it's a Sabbath, or, you know, this is something that you're not supposed to be doing, right? That brings forth death. The Lord may jack you up for that. You got to be mindful of that, man. Yeah, the Lord may not jack you up that day. He may not jack you up the next day. It may be weeks from then. But you may end up getting jacked up for doing what you were doing, man. So ask the Lord for mercy, you know, as I got right here in Proverbs 24 and verse 16, a just man falleth 7 times. Don't use that as an excuse, man. You know, if I haven't already said that before, don't use that as an excuse. Yeah, we're going to fall. Yeah, we're not perfect, but there's some things that we can keep. All right. There's some things that we keep like the Sabbath, man, when it comes in. Be mindful of it. If you can, be mindful of it. Do not cook on the Sabbath. Do not have sex on the Sabbath, man. All right. Be mindful. Put yourself in the state of mind. Hey, do your lessons. Do what you got to do to keep yourself in the spirit. Hey, cook the day before. Prepare some meals the day before, or eat some fruit and vegetables. Some things that do not have to be cooked, man. You got to do what you got to do, man. You know, hey, ultimately, you got to realize that this is the ultimate blessing, man. Matter of fact, I got it right here. Proverbs 24 and verse 13, my son, eat thou honey, because it is good, the honeycomb which is sweet to thy taste. Right? Hey, this is the greatest thing. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is greater than rubies, silver, and gold. All right? And so be very, very thankful that you have this blessing. Right? There's some hey, I'm pretty sure a lot of us want some better living. You know, maybe some brothers may want a faster car, better living area. You know, just whatever they have on the desires of their hearts, man. But we realize at the end of the day that this is a prison sentence. And we got to be thankful that the Lord bless us with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? And we take it cheerfully, take it to the chin. All right? And endure to the end. And know that whatever we wanted on this side, it's going to be magnified when the Lord comes back. You got to think about it like that, man. Let's see. Yeah, I got it right here. All right, Sirach 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, prepare thy soul for temptation. So sometimes, whatever you ask of the Lord, you gotta realize it. Is it going to come with temptation? Is it going to come with you falling out the truth because of this thing? Like I said, you know, the brother, you know, through the spirit, through the conversations that I had with the brother, man, you know, he been wanting a real woman by his side. And the Lord bless him with it. And he falls out the truth a couple months later, man. You know, very, very tragic. Very tragic, because he also asked me, I don't think I brought this up. He also asked me, if you fall out this truth, does that mean that the Lord doesn't love you? Ultimately, if you're Israelite, yes, the Lord loves you, but you were set to be destroyed, man. You're not the elect. You're not the Lord's chosen. So no, the Lord doesn't love you in that way as the Lord's chosen, man. You know, and pretty much after that conversation I had with him, and he went Danny Phantom, man. He went ghost. You know, stopped doing the lessons. Went on this page, you know, saw that he stopped doing the lessons. You know, you hit the brother up, he stopped hitting you up. You know, you try to check on him, make sure he good, you know, and don't want to hit you up no more. Matter of fact, on the because on certain phones, like the iPhone, it shows that sometimes it can show that a specific person has changed their name. So instead of a Israelite name, it looked like a rapper name, you know. So, you know, that brother, you know, what I perceive through the spirit, you know, he's in gross darkness, man. Right? Matter of fact, the scriptures speak of, you know, those demons that you had on you before you come into the truth, they get washed off of you. But when you fall back out, it's like when you fall out this truth, those demons bring a legion with them, stronger demons, man. You know, so that's what I'm seeing through the spirit. A lot of these dudes don't realize, man, they done, man. They through. You gonna throw away this truth? You know, I'm just thinking about some brothers that I knew that I was once cool with and some I once preached with. You gonna throw this truth away for a woman? You gonna throw this truth away because you ain't want to do no lessons? That's part of making your call and election sure. You know, that's a crying shame. So when the Lord does enact his indignation, don't be surprised. You cannot be surprised in that day, man. One dude tell me, I'm still in the truth. I'm just not out there with y'all. Okay. Okay. All right. You ain't got to be out there with us, but are you doing your lessons? Are you going out there on the highways and byways? The Lord has given you the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Are you utilizing them? Are you utilizing the talents that the Lord has blessed you with? If not, you're going to be beaten with many stripes. Scriptures speak of that. All right. The man of the Lord that's not doing the work, he's going to be beaten with many stripes. Let's see, Sirach 2 and verse 2, set that heart upright and constantly endure. Make no haste in the time of trouble. Constantly endure. All right, the MOTB is waved in front of you. You can't eat, you can't buy or sell without this thing. Hey, forget it, man. Fuck it. All right. You in a position where your lust is going up. You gotta rebuke it, man. You gotta move. You gotta do what you gotta do to get out of that position. All right. The Lord's gonna try you. This is part of the trying, man. All right. This is us going through that fire right now. All right. Just a prelude to Jacob's trouble. You know what we going through. Some of the things is just building us up for Jacob's trouble. All right. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. You see that? Endure. All right. So what's a day? What's a day? You can't wait a whole day to get it on. You know, that's why I perceive through the spirit, you know, the brother, you know, the conversations that I had with him, he kept doing that over and over on the Sabbath. Kept doing it over and over. And I think the Lord was just like, man, I had enough with you, man. I'm kicking you out. And it's so sad, man. It's you know, once again, hey, that was my homie. Because man, this brother saw like a chariot up close, man. He had video footage of a chariot up close, man. Like closer than what I saw when I first came in, you know, first really took this truth seriously, man. he saw that mug up close. And then months later, man, he out of here. If I'm not mistaken, months later, he out of here, man. You know, to see a chariot up that close, man. But that also goes to show you, you know, if you had dreams, visions, you know, sightings of the chariots, that does not mean that you made it. You know, hey, the water y'all about you outside for those visions and dreams and this knowledge and sightings of the chariots, but you still have to endure, man. You still have to endure, right? Let's see. I think I already read that. Yeah, cleave unto him that depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. All right. So yeah, you gonna be thankful that you endure. You're gonna be thankful that you ruled over your spirit, and you was like, man, I did it, man. You gonna feel better in the spirit instead of enacting your lust and feeling all down in the spirit, all boo-hoo. Oh man, why did I do that? You're gonna be feeling good in the spirit, man. If the water y'all watching me on side, now it's the next day. Now I can do, man. All right, matter of fact, I got it right here. Proverbs 25 verse 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. You see, easily to be taken down, to be broken down. You have to rule your spirit, man. Whatever it is, whatever lust you have to rule your spirit. Because as I read earlier, man, you're going to be increased at the last. You got to be looking forward to that, man. If you don't have it, ask the Lord for more patience. Ask the Lord to rule your spirit, man. It's like for you to be able to rule your spirit, right? For you to constantly endure. As we read in Sirach 2, you know, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. You got to understand what you went to, man. Count the cost. Matter of fact, the Lord told Job, gird up thy loins like a man, because this walk ain't for the weak. This walk is not for the weak. So we got to keep on doing our lessons, going out there on the highways and byways and constantly endure, man. All right. That's pretty much the point, man. I said I waited months to do this lesson, make sure, you know, the brother was out the truth, man, you know, and it appears, you know, through the spirit, it's like, yeah, that brother's out of here, man. He done changed his name. He ain't hitting no brothers up. You know, you look at his page, he ain't doing no lessons no more. You don't want to end up like that, man. Once diligent, and then, you know, the spirit's out of you, man. You know, you don't want to end up like that. So constantly endure, keep on doing the work. You know, especially in this time, man. You know, with all these prophecies popping off, you know, Jacob's trouble pretty much around the corner, and then the kingdom. Hey, you know, it's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to be in the truth. And you gave up the truth. You gave up the Lord for a woman. You know? Anyways, with that, shalom.